What's good, homies? Welcome to episode 40 of Homie Studios. It's your boy STT, Great. Man, we joined by the matter of fact, we joined once again. The homies back. Ryan and Shades, what's good with y'all boys, huh?
Yo, it feels amazing to be back, baby.
Hey,
Ryan
it's
the
good
Dawn
to-
back. We got the Dawn here.
Hey, man, it's good to have the homie back, man. We also joined by the homie P. Dot. G. Dot, what's good with you, bro?
P. Dot chilling, another week back with the boys. Happy that the
Indeed.
boys all back.
Facts.
Feel like we ain't
Big
had a full
fact.
pod in a minute.
That's big facts, man. Well, yo, it feels good to have the whole squad back, though. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Where my shit at?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wait. Yo, they messing up my flow, bro. Bro, I saved my soundboard, dog, and these fools out here killing me, bro. Where my air horn at, dog? You know what I'm saying?
Right now.
That's the one I want. Why is that not in my saved?
No, he thought wah.
Oh, no, that's facts. But that's facts, though. This how I start off episode 40, man. This how we gonna do it,
Nah, we can't do it like that, though. We can't do it like that.
man. Well,
Talk
hey,
about that headband you got, though.
hey, though, you know what I'm saying, huh? Just
That's
in case
fire.
the homies don't know, yo. Hold on, let me get that full
Fade to
screen
black.
again. You know what I'm
That fade to
saying?
black. You see
That
how
fade
it,
to black edition, though, man.
from dusk till dawn. Hey,
The tie back. You know what I'm saying? Dual color tie back because it's dual color in this bit. You know what I'm saying, huh? No, but
Hey.
But yeah. We back though, man. We back, bro, man. How the hell was y'all weekend, man?
I had a pretty challenging weekend. I had recently had two close deaths in the fam, and then finally able to talk about it. But I had a best friend that passed away that I grew up with. So I had a funeral on Friday, a funeral on Saturday, and then a football tournament to commemorate him on Sunday. And we're going to hold our own little thing to commemorate him as well. But a challenging weekend. I learned a lot about myself. It was a weekend of growth. I experienced something that I never thought I was experienced before, and I came out on top. I came out a better person, I think. Learning to listen to people more. Even though I may not like what they're telling me, I can still accept it and move forward with love and respect. So weekend was challenging, you know what I mean? But it was a weekend of growth.
I hear that, man.
But this man beside me, though, is both in that bitch chilling.
Yeah, right. Yo, tell us about your whole week, fam. I mean, my dog been out. My homie back. Tell us what was popping, bruh.
Well, I had my cousin turned 30, and he pretty much told us if we could get ourselves out to Denver. He had a cabin for the weekend in the mountains.
A cabin?
Yeah, bro. Like,
ooh, boy, living.
Bourgeois. Oh, okay,
yeah,
I see
bro,
you.
but like, he had to get two because like the main one that was
two. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I don't understand it. He got two
Come on,
because
this
like
is Ryan
plural.
the Don we talking about. Can I get a
I paid for nothing. Hold on. Let the record show.
Why I gotta be Donish though?
I mean, he out here doing his best. He's doing his best right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he
I
ain't
have
asked me
nothing.
all the way. Nah.
But nah, he
That's
I guess
what Don's
in Denver,
always
I guess
say. They never take credit. They got
certain areas in Denver like have clean air ordinances, and that's where the nice cabin was. It had a clean air ordinance, so you couldn't smoke weed. You could smoke tobacco and all that shit. I'm like, so how do they consider that a clean air? But whatever, I didn't like that's the law they passed. So the other cabin, the guy said he ain't really care. Like he was like, y'all can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, just don't smoke in the house. But he had like a whole deck outside that had like picnic tables and stuff on it. So he was like, cool.
You handled that a lot better than I would have, because there is no way in hell I'm in Denver, Colorado, in a cabin, and I can't smoke no weed.
In the but hold on. I'm gonna tell you another reason why we didn't do it in the big cabin too. Like my uncle, my aunt, like all the people that was like there for like his actual birthday, like they not on that. So like we had to like, even though we did sneak downstairs and go out the back door, chief like two of them and then come back. Bro. All right, so the first night.
Come out. Did you have to do the what's his name? Cat Williams? You had to get a jacket from here for here.
Nah, I mean, I ordered the jacket before I got there because I knew what time it was, but it was definitely a North Face before that shit got here. Like, like I was not finna play. Like, okay, so initially when I got to just like Denver, the city, it was like 37. But then when he said we was going to the mountains, he was like, he said it's not gonna be much colder than it is here. And I was like, well, it's not much colder. He was like, only about 15 degrees colder.
Yeah, there's a difference between 15 and 30. There's a difference between 15 and 30.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck the degrees. What was the wind chill factor? Because I was just there.
Oh, the wind
it
chill,
said degrees, it said
like,
sun, but when that wind chill hit,
what it feels like, it said it felt like
negative
7 degrees. Not gonna cap. Like,
this is what it feels like.
And this is what it feels like.
Like, even though like it wasn't even snowing, but you could tell it snowed before we got there. It was so cold the snow just wouldn't go nowhere. Like it just sat on the mountain like, okay, like we not going.
Like, and like, okay, and you know the vibes, we chilling. Right?
Yeah.
Light up, nigga.
But the one thing I can honestly say that surprised me about Denver the most, I mean, of course, yeah, I did, get to enjoy some quality flower, but it was the actual like cultural diversity. I didn't think that Denver, when I think Denver, I thought it would just be a bunch of like country racist white folks, and it's not that at all.
No, I don't think that way at all.
No.
It's like, but what I didn't think I would see like a large Asian population. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. I'm like, Asian? Like, I didn't even think, you know what I'm saying? Like, that never crossed my mind. But they actually had like
everybody out there.
Hmm?
I went. Yeah. I seen everybody out there too, but I didn't stay in Denver. P I'm scared to drive. I stayed in Colorado Springs, but I went to Denver like 3 times.
But yeah,
I was there for like almost a month though.
Yeah, but I was asking him about it
moved
too.
Out there,
right,
right.
One thing I did ask him though, like their homeless population is crazy though, because like he had like a 2-bedroom, I want to say 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartment, and I asked him like how much did he pay? What his homeboys asked me, like, so how much is your spot? He was like $310,000 to own, because he owns it. He was like, it doesn't make sense to rent because he had a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom in like the worst part of town. He said he was paying $1,400. He was like, most people that like, he's like, it's people that work and have like full-time jobs.
It's
that are
big
homeless.
City prices.
Yeah. Like he said, he'd
It's
have a
big
homie
city
that
prices.
like stays with his parents, but he was like, I have to move. I'm about to move out, but I can't stay in Denver because it's too expensive.
That's crazy.
And my cousin stays in Aurora. He don't even stay in Denver. Like, so I was like, I can't even imagine like in the actual city.
Well, we glad to have you back, dog. You know what I'm saying, huh? You feel me?
How was you rocking though, Peach, for the weekend?
I was just chilling. I ain't do nothing. I watched the All-Star stuff. I just chilled. Right back to work.
I feel that. I didn't do a whole bunch either. Like really, I was chilling all weekend. Watch All-Star stuff. I had that and I don't know if y'all heard about the book. So as a wrestling fan, it's kind of embarrassing when something doesn't go right. They had I was watching I had the All-Star game on one TV. I had AEW's pay-per-view on the other TV, and they had this this barbed wire exploding death match, right? And at the end of 30 minutes, all of the explosives around the ring should explode and like explode the ring pretty much, right? I've seen other ones that were like fucking insane, right? When I tell you these niggas went out there with some sparklers, and then I'm talking about, bro, full on sound of nothing but like they had like these siren horns that was popping off, like leading in a countdown to the zero, and that bitch came out with like half of like what Goldberg sparklers would be. You know what I'm saying? Nigga,
For real,
bro.
Like Kane entrance with the shit on this.
Like Kane entrance shit's all over this, dog. Like, bro, it looked like they had people in four corners of the ring with sparklers, and then like they did like this fart ass like smoke that is supposed to cover the whole ring that didn't cover shit. Meanwhile, you got the former Dean Ambrose, John Moxley. You got him laying down in the ring. He just got his ass whooped by a bunch of dudes. Had his hands handcuffed behind him. His homeboy, who he kind of hates, they fuck with each other. He gets over. He like tries to protect him by going over top of him when the explosion supposed to happen, bruh. This nigga, after this complete bullshit of an explosion, this man's still laying on top of this man paws like he did. Bro, I'm sitting here and I'm like, bro, it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life, dog. Like, for it to be such a failure, that shit was fucking hilarious, dog. So that was my weekend. That's how I spent my weekend, man. But yo, let's get into this shit, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Bro, I'm gonna send y'all the clip of that shit so y'all can see how ridiculous that
wow,
shit.
Bro. I feel embarrassed.
I need to see
that.
Bro, it was awful. It was awful, dog. But I'm gonna post it on the Homie Studio page just so on Twitter and Instagram, just so everybody can peep that bullshit. But yo, let's get into it, man. We got a former New York Police Department officer reveals new information on Malcolm X's assassination, and the guy gave this information on his deathbed. Shays, give us a little bit more on this, dog.
So after diving a little more into the story and everything, come to find out that his name is Ray Wood. He gave a letter to his cousin before he died. So he wound up giving a letter to his cousin. The way that they put the headline, like he did on his deathbed, it was way before his deathbed, because he knew that his health was declining and whatnot. But pretty much, pretty much, what happened is he basically said in the letter, to sum everything up, that he participated in events that was detrimental to the advancement of his own people. So he himself was an African American, and his job was to be an undercover agent to infiltrate some of the civil rights organizations. And basically, he was trying to find evidence of criminal activity so the FBI can like discredit some of the subjects they were talking about and arrest some of the leaders. So his mission was to basically target two of Malcolm X's key security guards and basically tie them into a plot for terrorists, tie them to being a terrorist group with a Canadian woman, and we're planning to bomb the Statue of Liberty. And I have confirmation of this because I talked to my dad about this story. This afternoon, because my dad was born in 49. And my dad said he specifically remembers hearing about the Statue of Liberty bombing and blah, 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 blah. And then he remember hearing about Malcolm X passing very soon after. Mm-hmm. So basically what he did was his mission was successful, and they were able to get the two main guards off of duty, basically, that used to watch Malcolm X. And basically he said that he had to do this. Like I'm pretty sure that he had mixed feelings about it, but he said that they were threatening him with planning like marijuana trafficking and alcohol trafficking charges on him. And basically, you know, if you're dealing with, not only were you dealing with the NYPD, but you're dealing with the Fed, you know, if he would have said something, he would have died probably a lot sooner. So basically we have confirmation from a New York police officer that pretty much set up two of Malcolm X's guards, and it actually happened, you know, and pretty much planned it on them that they were involved in the Statue of Liberty bombing so that they wouldn't be on detail the afternoon that Malcolm X was shot. So now we have confirmation that Malcolm X wasn't killed by members of the Brotherhood of Islam that was run by Elijah Muhammad at the time. And they tried to say Farrakhan and all these people had a hand in it. And so this washes the Brotherhood of Islam clean of any wrongdoing. And they've been telling the truth for 50 years now. Or what, 60 years? No, what is that? 60 years.
Yeah. And even in the article that I read, like I read that like he tried to resign, from the position, and that's when they came in, and that's when they came at him saying, well, if you do, we're going to hit you with the marijuana and the alcohol trafficking, which is insane. Lets you know where, it just lets you know where like these authorities will, like what levels they're willing to take this shit to, like just to do whatever the fuck they want to do, which is insane, bro. Like, but it's not even like we wouldn't have expected something like that, but to hear it and you know from the source himself, like, come on, man, like that's
and they were using their own people to do it, you know.
In his defense though, because I got into this one too, this was like sparked my interest, but in his defense, he didn't know that Malcolm X was the target.
Correct.
When he did this, obviously he did a lot of stuff that got other people tied up into different things. This was his first rodeo, this mission, but he been trying to get out. But they kept threatening him, and you know that's back when the police department was even more corrupt. Like we got still living proof that it's still corrupt to this day. But back then, that was like the police was like gang, you know, gang, you know. Even like when you talk to old heads about the cops, like the cops was a gang back then. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Yeah. It wasn't even like a secret like now. You know what I'm saying? Right, but he was trying to get out. They threatened his family. They threatened all kind of stuff for these charges. He would have never been able to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So he kept doing it, and then it ended up being that mission. And he didn't know that Malcolm X was the target. Imagine being that and having to live with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't even imagine.
Like, you can't even talk to nobody about it. You know what I mean? Like you can't even.
But that's why not even you can't talk to nobody about it. That's just why all those big organizations are so scary, because they known this shit the whole time. You know what I'm saying? But if we don't have somebody brave like him to leave that letter with his cousin, and his cousin brave to release the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit could put a target on homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just to end anyone.
Why ain't nobody talking about this though? Is my question. They ain't nobody really talking about it.
Because who runs the media, bro? That's what matters. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to let this people.
I'm talking about amongst people that don't care about that though. Like, there's people that don't really care about that. Like, they got their own platform because of, like, Jamel Hill. Like, she's like, I'm surprised, like, somebody like her. I don't think she's privy to this information, like, to be honest, because there's people that if they were privy to this information, I think this would be a lot bigger than, you know what I'm saying, like, than how this is hitting us. Because I talked to my dad about it, and my dad, like, he already knew, you know what I'm saying? But he's like, but this is, like, confirmation.
Yeah, it's big news. Obviously, I think what's going to end up happening in certain situations is this isn't surprising to anybody. Like, You know what I mean? Like yes, no, it's by definition, it's surprising because we got the confirmation, but a lot of people didn't need the confirmation.
But for me, dog, this is big because like I feel like the government and a lot of people owe the Nation of Islam, like the Brotherhood of Islam, an apology, bro.
Completely agreed.
Because
absolutely,
people like when people think of Farrakhan, one of the first things that's a dude that had something to do with Malcolm X. Like what? Like bro, like pinning a murder on somebody, dog. Like that's like up there when people trying to talk about Kobe with rape. Like Victoria or Vanessa Bryant already had to check 2 females talking about Kobe as a rapist. Like after he died, you know what I'm saying? Like now rape and murder is like right there.
She been popping off at anybody that got something to say anything about Kobe, which is completely understandable. You know what I mean?
So, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they talking about stuff that's incorrect. But it's the same thing here. They specifically were spreading lies about these people and had their own. Like I think there was a time where I think it was just recently that Malcolm X's kids like had an interview and was talking with Farrakhan. It took years. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, you know what I think has a lot to do with, bro? A lot of us, like, normal people, whatever, like, the better portion of us are decent people at worst. You know what I'm saying? And we wouldn't think, like, we would never do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And we would think, like, oh, the people in power above us wouldn't do shit like that either, and we're wrong. You know what I'm saying? They're, like, so different. You know what I'm saying?
Savage,
and the stuff that they do, like,
heartless,
like all of it. You know what all of it, like in one package, which is why outside of our country, we're hated a lot by other countries. Like even countries that are our allies. You know what I'm saying? Those people don't fuck with Americans like that. You know what I'm saying?
And it's stupid because it's our government that has these people having these type of opinions of us. You know what I'm saying? Because like obviously if you just go to the individual,
I mean you can't even say that no more, bro, because look at the Trump supporters, bro, or the super right whatever extremists or whatever like that. Like some people can't even say that about the government no more. Now because of what happened on January 6th, now they're gonna be like, oh, y'all crazy.
And yeah, obviously people who read everything on the surface level, they're gonna think that all of America is fucking crazy. The people that's
what's, you know what I'm saying, that's what the media has put out there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but the media, even when it was reported overseas, they let it be known it was the Trump supporters. You know what I mean? Sure. Like they didn't just say Americans; they said no, Trump supporters. Because
depending on what media
you're right 100%. You're right 100% because
that's CNN though.
No, we ain't even worried about CNN because like we talking about like how people over in different countries see us, how their countries were reporting it. They were reporting it as Trump supporters, not Americans. You know what I'm saying?
And that word,
my grandma
is very important
CNN
for one of the stories we're about to talk about. Yep. So that word is going to come up again. Trump supporters is about to come up again. Because when I went into this story, bro, like bro, I didn't even think about it like that, and it's crazy. We're about to see a whole nother side that we ain't even see before. With this,
go ahead and get us started over in that direction. Shades, what's up? What's next, dog?
The next thing is like what's going on since we're talking about the Fed and everything. This is something this is more finance talk, like economic talk, and we're going to see that. You know, you're hearing it first. You know, you're rocking with the realest, so you're gonna hear it first, and you're gonna hear it from what we're talking about. But the economy is going to come back. The economy is going to boost, and what the Fed is doing in the background is they're doing so. If the Fed wants to lower the interest rates overall, what they do is they buy securities. Brought to you by Cynthia. Oh, you dig. That is coming. But if the Fed wants to lower interest rates, what they do is they buy mortgage-backed securities in the market. If the Fed wants to increase interest rates, they sell mortgage-backed securities. Okay. So what the Fed is going to be doing pretty soon is something called Operation Twist. This is supposed to be the third time the Fed has done it in U.S. history. They did it in 1962 and they did it in 2011, which kind of has me a little bit worried. The fact that it was done in 1962 and then in 2011 and then it's being done again 10 years later. So what they're doing is they're selling off the short 10-year treasury bonds that they have. So for everybody that don't know, the 10-year treasury bond yield is how you really know what's going on in the market and how the American 10-year bond like kind of dictates what goes on in the world almost too. So that's how powerful the yield curve is. It's the 10-year bond curve. Okay. So right now the bond curve is not looking so hot because of the pandemic and everything that's going on. So to kind of ease the recession that we're in, what they're about to do is sell off the short-term mortgage-backed securities that they have, which means these mortgages and everything that people are buying, it's a record year. What they're doing is they're going to be selling off the short ones and buying more long-term bonds. So what that does, it basically balances out the yield curve. Okay. So what you're going to see is interest rates start to go up, which they already did. Interest rates have already started to go up they went up a full point almost in the mortgage world. So interest rates are going to start going up. You're going to see certain sectors starting to boom. Like real estate has been booming for a while now. There's not enough supply. There's a huge demand, not enough supply. You're going to start seeing that in a lot of other industries as well. So why is this important? Well, it's important because you can have faith to know that as soon as things are opened up completely, there's going to be an economic boom and we're going to be on an upward trajectory. And then something else is going to happen to level things out again 10 to 15 years from now. Okay. So you're hearing it first on Homie Studios. We're letting you know things are going to start getting back to normal. Things are going to, interest rates are going to start going up. You should be having more money in your pocket to start doing things, and especially with what they're doing with student loans and what they're thinking about doing with that. If they eliminate student loans or help people eliminate debt, you're going to see a boom like none other. It's going to be crazy. Any thoughts? You on mute, Peach?
Please help them.
Yeah,
please help us out with these student loans.
I live by NAS. I heard a damn fighter jet flying by and shit.
No, yeah, man. Obviously, I mean, I thought it was pretty evident. Like once we open back up, we're going to have like an economic boom. Obviously, when you get people open back up, people get their jobs back, people be able to have more money to spend. Also, with the help of the next stimmy that's coming our way. Hopefully, we see the boom. Obviously, me personally, I am all on the student loan part.
Please,
bruh, I'm so tired of paying this shit.
Absolutely.
Especially if you do the 50.
That's what I need.
Especially if you do the 50.
Come on, fam.
If you do the 50, that's everything.
They're not going to do the 50. That's not.
I know. I need them to do half.
I don't need that though. I know some people need that.
Okay, so
I need.
So what's realistic? What's realistic for
10 to 20,000?
I think 10 to 15.
10 is perfect for your boy. All right, because I'm under 10 now.
Maybe they could fight for 15.
If you give me 10, my junk's done by the end of the year. Like, just help your boy out real quick. Because I could have been power played on that mode, but I'm like, yo, I'm going to slow grind this one. I'm going to pay y'all in due time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could have been took care of. Nah, but let me just slow play. Oh, I don't got to pay for a year? Okay. I'm going to sit back. Oh, y'all going to eliminate some? Okay. Let me just slow. Let me see what y'all doing over there. Okay.
Well, let me tell you, dog. I slow play. I super duper slow played mine for a hot minute. like I was irresponsibly.
Honest, they should eliminate it though.
If they did, they'll clear $44 trillion.
You know how much money that's $44 trillion that can go into this damn economy.
Because we shouldn't be in this
anyway,
bro. School shouldn't be that expensive, bro. Bro, it should be free first of all. But all right, we know it ain't gonna be free, but it shouldn't be that. You know what I'm saying? And then the double taxing on,
It can be.
Oh no, I know it can be free, but
we can do that off marijuana business. Hey, marijuana tax, yo, y'all got an extra 7% tax that goes toward free education. They ain't gonna care. You know how much money they make?
Trust me, I looked at my receipt,
bro. When I bought this shit, first of all, I was just about to say I did the same thing when I was in Denver. It's like 4 or 5 taxes depending on where you buy your shit at and shit. County tax, state tax, another county tax. Am I in 2 counties at once? What's going on? Like
sales tax.
Like mad taxes. It's like mad tax. I'm telling you,
man.
It's to a point where you look at the menus and they have 2 prices. One is what it is before tax, and the other one, like, it was like, I think it might have been like $15. The other one I said like 21. I'm like, what's the difference? Oh, this is after we tax you. And I'm like, dang. And she's like, yeah, it's like, I think it was more than that. Might have been like 24.
Your dub gonna be like $33.99. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
I think like I had something that came up to like $179, and I had to use my card. And she was like,
"Why not, dog?
I'm rounding it up
to
the
card fee.
I'm rounding it up to like $190, and I'm going to give you $7.47. I'm like, what? In cash? I'm like,
was bullshit too. When I seen that shit on my shit, I was mad as fuck.
After that transaction, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to the ATM before I come here. Like, I'm not playing.
Facts.
Yep.
Yeah, you ain't hit me with a card fee.
That shit come out like a withdrawal with an extra fee.
I wonder if the card fee is because they know niggas be overdrawing their accounts, or maybe that transaction ain't gonna go through.
I think it's because most places are cash only.
Because I went, and when I tried to pay with the card, I guess the first machine that the girl was at, it wouldn't work. So she tried to tell the guy, and he was like, well, I mean, you can try mine, but if it don't work, you got to use the ATM. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? What else to say? And I'm like, bro, it's bread on there. Like, I don't know what the issue is. Like, if I got to go to the ATM, I will, but just let me, like, and she hooked it up, and she was like, oh, no, this one works. I don't know. Something's just wrong with mine. But, yeah, like, he was making it seem like, yeah, like, that happens all the time. You have to just, you probably get the bread out yourself and pay for it. I'm like, bro, either way, I'm leaving what I put up here. Like, it really,
one way or another.
It don't matter. Like, it's an ATM right behind me. Like, it's going to happen, bro.
One way or another, bro.
That's facts, though.
Them ATM fees like $5 though.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Like, bro, they make a kill. Like, Florida, come on, Florida.
They making bread, bro.
Please.
Because a lot of places I went to was cash only too.
It's ridiculous. Like it's such a simple business, man.
We will be discussing the marijuana business in Florida very soon.
Indeed.
Hey, if they come here, we got to do something.
Facts.
You already know.
Facts.
You already know.
Facts.
If there's any business I am more made for.
I need part of the
stop
business.
Everything.
Absolutely.
Everything.
We can do it, fellas.
Yo, so Shades, take us to this next topic, dog.
Whew. Yeah, so this next one is about hate crimes that have been growing ever since the pandemic started against the Asian community, Asian and Asian Americans. And this hits home for me because I've been new about this because I'm a Bruce Lee fan. Bruce Lee is like one of my mentors that I like. I've been watching Bruce Lee since I was like 5 years old. I used to have all his tapes. I still got his stuff, but a matter of fact, I got one of his sayings on my wall. Matter of fact, I want to say one of the sayings on the pod: do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. So, if you go back to look at a lot of Bruce Lee's movies, you will see he was putting in there what it was like being an Asian, and then the English was coming over and then taking over their land, and then they're getting beat up in their own city, you know, by British kids, and you know what I'm saying? So it's been going on for a minute already. So, but specifically dealing with America, ever since mid-March all the way to 2020, there have been an increase in Asian hate crimes. Just in New York City alone, they saw an uptick in Asian crimes or Asian hate crimes by 867% since mid-March to 2020. Women experience it 2.5% more than men do. So what sparked it all? This one lady did research and she said she can pinpoint it exactly to after the time that Trump called it the Chinese flu. When he called the global pandemic the Chinese flu, that's when things went south for the Asian community. So kind of want to go a little bit more in depth. This is just this year alone. And this is kind of recently. 84-year-old San Francisco resident, I'm not going to say his name, who was an immigrant from Thailand, was killed on January 28th in San Francisco. On January 31st, a 91-year-old, 60-year-old, and a 55-year-old were attacked in Oakland's Chinatown district. On February 3rd, a 17-year-old grandmother was pushed and robbed in Oakland. A day later, a 79-year-old Asian man was attacked and robbed in San Francisco, Lone Mountain neighborhood. So kind of dating back to the history of Asian hate crimes, we can go back as far as 1882. There was a Chinese Exclusion Act. It's called the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. You had, in 1930s, you had an assault specifically against Filipino farm workers. I don't really believe in like white black thing just because I think it's a social construct, but they said it was by white farmers and white farm workers. Kind of the same thing that you saw was happening with the Mexican workers that were coming in and taking a lot of construction jobs. And another third one that I found was the Japanese internment camps that was in America in the 1940s. There was a lady, since we were talking about Malcolm X earlier, I thought it was very important for me to bring up her name, just to give her kudos and give her flowers while she's still here, because she worked with Malcolm X back in the day against discrimination against the Vietnamese, because Malcolm X was against the Vietnam War. And she's still working today to end police violence and systematic racism against people of color, not just Asians, but she works for everybody. And her name is Yuri Kodriana. Yuri Kodriana. So I just definitely want to give a big ups to her. And just show the magnitude is not just the African American or the African community that experienced something from the Trump administration. You know, and there was another story about a lady that her grandmother, she went back to the store and was about to fight some lady or whatever like that, because her grandmother came back disturbed because the lady ran her out of the store talking about she had the Chinese flu. So, yeah.
And this is how these words, like we've harped on this a lot, but it's how the words of 45, because I really don't like to continue keep saying this fucking name. Yeah. It's how the words of 45 literally just brainwashed so many people, to not even brainwashed, but just ignited that hate that was within them anyway. Like, by not just, first of all, calling the virus what it is. Like, there was no reason for you to come out and call it the Chinese flu or the China virus. Like, that was stupid. Call it what it was, the coronavirus. We had a president that didn't take it seriously from the jump. And honestly, man, it's sad to hear Asians and Asian Americans that, have been attacked, killed like that. Like, nobody wants to see that. Like, when we took, like, this is why it's important that when we were talking about, our plights, that we needed y'all to listen. This is the same thing for the Asian and the Asian American community. If they speaking up, y'all need to listen. If we talk about y'all screaming all lives matter, this and that and stuff like that, but we talking about these now. We talked about Black Lives Matter. We talked about Black Lives Matter for over a year now, well over a year now. Asian lives matter too. All right. And if they feel like their lives are being threatened and attacked by racism towards them, listen to them because they ain't making the shit up.
Yeah.
And if you're not killing them, you altering their mental health, PTSD. These people ain't gonna forget some of the stuff that's being said to them. They're gonna be scared to go out.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Peach.
My bad. To go off of what Shades was saying earlier, right? Just with some of those numbers he was talking about since Trump's been in office and since he said certain things. I also was reading a story that's related to this kind of, it's not Asian, but it's anti-Semitic. The numbers on their racism has been up too in the Jewish community. So like Myers Leonard just got caught on a video game saying some anti-Semitic slur, talking trash on Call of Duty on a stream live, right? Mm-hmm. And he comes out apologizing now and stuff, but he's saying when I saw this, I didn't even know that word. Like I never even knew it. I ain't even gonna say because I don't know the word still. Like, but it's just like a derogatory Jewish slur. You know what I mean? Like, and he came out and said he was wrong about it. But it's like I seen some numbers on that, and it's like since Trump in office, racism against Jewish people has been up like 16% from however long before. I don't know all the details of the stats, but like it's just like racism as a whole literally has gone up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then I've seen it in real life. My whole life I've dealt with racism left and right, different stuff. Right, more absolutely. In some places I've lived than others. You know what I'm saying? But when Trump went in office, shit was real for like a tension, invincible tension in different places, like places that I was normally normal. You know what I'm saying? I'm like
I feel you.
Oh, y'all
vibe like that?
Is that a coincidence? Like I was out here like, what's going on?
Nah, bro, they changed their name. They changed their name, bro. It's the QAnon conspiracy or whatever.
The QAnons, yeah.
Yeah, bro. They just changed their name. That's all they did.
And I mean, with Trump, it's just like he made people feel like a racist feel like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that
just say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, like, bro, like, but one thing that they also have to understand is like, bro, I'm not my ancestors, bro. Like you can get these hands, bro. And if that don't work, you can lay down for good. Either way, like it's a loss over here, cuz. Like it ain't nothing but L's, but definitely to the fact of the Asian community. I mean, I feel them. I feel like just about any person or actual ethnicity or people over here that are of color have to endure that in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't doubt that that's happening to them. And just with the actual facts that you've given us on instances that it's happening back to back, I mean, that seems definitely like a channeled attack at a particular people. You know what I'm saying? So
orchestrated.
Definitely. What make it hard for me, bro, is like a lot of it's corruption, like corrupting children, from infancy. Yes. They're being corrupted. So it's hard to just put the direct blame on everybody like that because that is real too. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these people never knew nothing different,
Bro, what I just put in the chat, Papa John's.
Not even that. Back to what we talked about a couple of pods ago. How you would actually opt your children out of learning about Black history and things. You know what I'm saying? Like you're shielding them. Like you're basically stopping them from learning and being able to form their own opinion and only go with what you've taught them. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like it's down the same
this kind of blows my mind, bro. Like about this history. Like what about the Asian, Native American, Indian, like all these other inventors? Like I'm pretty sure like there's hella other inventors and
they just didn't patent it.
You know,
they didn't
know
how
saying?
to patent,
bro. Nah, bro. Like
we don't even know how much stuff was stolen because they invented that patent system But to this day, the patent thing is some difficult shit. You gotta hire lawyers if you're not really like. I was watching Shark Tank one day, and the lady like wrote her own patent thing. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, "Yo, well, we know you a genius because if you wrote your own patent, like, you know what I'm saying, just to like let you know that that's how tough it is to do that.
Yeah,
you know,
it's its own language.
You know how many people try to get a patent and get rejected after putting so much money into it?
And
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
People be putting their life, like earnings and savings into some of these patent things they want to get patent, and just to be rejected or denied or whatever the case may be.
Rejected, and then see somebody else get a patent on their same similar shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be the worst part. And sometimes that gotta come from whoever they trusted with their patent, side plug, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be
I know for
corruption in everything.
That like that they're black inventors. Like I know there's definitely, I can't remember, like
talked about with
yeah, like black ones that just definitely didn't know how to patent.
On that part.
That just didn't know how to get things patented at the time, and you just like all it takes is them trying to trust the wrong person. Like, oh yeah, I can help you get it done.
Yeah, one time.
What I'm saying? Now that you done showed me the inner workings, I don't need you no more. This is my idea. I done got it patented. I'm the inventor of this. You know what I'm saying? And as an African American, what you gonna do coming up? Hey, he stole my idea.
We don't believe you. Shut
up, nigger. That's how it was back then. So it's
absolutely
in that time
you had nothing to
like.
Right.
That wasn't.
You can't jump bad. If you jump bad, you're gonna get killed. So it's just like it had to be rough. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of different people invented stuff, but they just bullied their way to taking their inventions. And man. Well, you want to see that in no American history book?
You won't find it. Yo, so there's some positive news coming out.
Yes.
We got the George Floyd Policing Act of 2020.
Yes.
And hold on, let me pull up this here real quick. Pull this up real quick. So the bill addresses, I'm just going to read this word for word because we want to get this information to y'all how it should be in this situation. The bill addresses a wide range of policies and issues regarding policing practices and law enforcement accountability. It includes measures to increase accountability for law enforcement misconduct, to enhance transparency in data collection, and to eliminate discriminatory policing practices. The bill facilitates federal enforcement in constitutional violations by state and local law enforcement. Among other things, it does the following: it lowers the criminal intent standard from willful to knowing or reckless to convict a law enforcement officer for misconduct in a federal prosecution, limit qualified immunity as a defense to liability in a private civil action against a law enforcement officer or state correctional officer, and authorizes the Department of Justice to issue subpoenas and in investigations of police departments for a pattern or practice of discrimination. How y'all feeling about this? Like, what do y'all feel? Do you feel like this is going to make any kind of change?
Yeah, if they follow through with it, that's all it's about. I hope it's not something like in the NFL when they create the Rooney Rule. You know what I'm saying? Like where sometimes it takes effect, sometimes it don't. I hope it's a consistent measure. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think I think it's more, in my opinion, I think it's going to be in certain areas, it's going to be done more than most.
Absolutely.
So I think it's going to be more of that. Because in the small towns and all that stuff, we already see what the votes are.
Right.
So pretty much you're talking about only the major cities are probably going to be abiding by this rule.
or adopting it as a whole,
right?
Yeah.
Or practice.
It's
like,
all about enforcement.
Yep.
Right.
That's really what it is.
You know, it's all about how they execute this act.
If there's no enforcement, if they don't take it seriously, then it doesn't mean anything, bro. We can have a rule. We got like jaywalking. You know what I'm saying? Jaywalking is illegal. You know, what's the enforcement on jaywalking? You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen it in my life get a jaywalking ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not once in my life. I've jaywalked a lot of times.
I just say that, but like there's a lot of little laws like that, you know, that get looked over. You know what I'm saying? Little policies and this and that. Like, so if it's treated like anything like that, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why we as a people have to actually become knowledgeable of that. You know what I'm saying? And kind of spread that knowledge to our people so that we can hold them accountable when that doesn't get enforced the right way.
Is that what you're saying? But it's also people have to be put in power in certain places. Like we need lawyers. There needs to be more lawyers. There needs to be more doctors. There need to be more judges. Mm-hmm. There need to be more state troopers and police officers. We need to start positioning the younger generation, Asian, Black, Native American, Hispanic, you know, Jewish. Everybody needs to infiltrate and select. I think we need to start getting the youth prepared earlier for adulthood. Yeah, enjoy your childhood and yeah, whatever, but they be acting grown anyway already, in my opinion. They be trying to act grown and all that stuff anyway, like 12, 13. You're on mute.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the environment. Only kids in those environments are like that. You know what I'm saying? Like some kids, that's a lot of pressure to put on a kid, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I think about stuff like that too, you know?
But it's not putting pressure on them. It's hey, instead of we're going to Adventure Landing this weekend or whatever, let me like get you on a ride along as like a cop. Like if the kid wanted, I want to be a cop when I grow up. Like, cause I told my dad I wanted to design cars. So you know what my dad did? He bought me a lot of car books and like whatever. Like, cause I told him that, you know what I'm saying? There's some kids that actually say certain things. So, or if you see
think about how many things you change your mind on as a kid, and then how like every certain amount of years as a human, your mind expands, the way you think and stuff, you know, that changes. So like sometimes when you like you could teach somebody a lesson, but it's not for where they're at yet. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And it might take later, but it don't always.
That's
you
all
know
it
what
is,
I'm saying?
bro. That's all we got to do is plant seeds, because the fact that my dad sowed those seeds, I was trying to design cars all the way up until my sophomore year in college. I had that dream all the way up until then, and then I changed. You know what I'm saying? But at least, like, even though I was outside playing and even though whatever, I knew I had a path. You know what I'm saying? So when I went home, I'm going to school and everybody else cutting up in school. In my mind, I know, like, yo, I don't need to be cutting up. I'm not going to be able to. First of all, I know I ain't going to be able to play my video games. But
facts.
I know I got stuff that I'm trying to do, and I've always been like that. And I know other people that have always been like that because their parents just put stuff in their head at home.
I ain't hating on that, but hear me out on this, right? I got examples. So, like, I was going to the store, and I was with my son, you know? So, we go into the store, and it's a store where this lady that was there, I kind of was like, dang, it's her at the register when I got in there, because she treated me bad a time before. And, you know, some people, like, you know, judgmental or whatever, the first interaction with them or whatever. I deal with that a lot anyway. But, you know, I always teach my son, you know, to still be respectful and be nice. You gotta treat people how you want to be treated. You know, it don't matter how they treated you in the past. You know, whatever. And you gotta be forgiving. You know what I'm saying? People can change. People get better. You know, when I get into it with somebody, sometimes I tell them like, yo, you gotta think of like how this presented. What if I was your son? This how you would want somebody to talk to your son? And like, it might not hit right then when they mad. You know what I'm saying? But it might hit later. You know, So when we went in there, like, she was being nice, you know what I'm saying? She was like that. Like, I'm just always like, hello, how you doing? Whatever. I still act like it wasn't even 9. And it was tense last time I seen the lady. You know what I'm saying? So she was being nice. And then she was like trying to say hi to my son, and she tried to give him candy, you know, and he wanted to say no to the candy. because we vegan and he know he couldn't eat the candy. But I knew she was trying to be nice. I'm just like, I gave him like, he was like, thank you, whatever. And I was like, oh, he got out. He was like, oh, she just give me candy. Like, I was like, she was trying to be nice. I was like, being honest, she was like mean to me the last time I saw her. So she was just trying to be a little extra nice to an apology maybe kind of way. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, I was like, what she was being nice to you for. I was like, when you get older, sometimes people just don't be nice to you for no reason at times. He was like, well, that won't happen to me. Everybody's always nice to me. I was like, being honest is because you're a kid, and a lot of kids get looked at as innocents and you don't get judged. I was like, when you get older and you're a grown man, like sometimes people just judge, and you gotta like, you're gonna have to deal with that sometimes. Like he was like, it's way over his head, so like I can't go no deeper than that. He's cool. 7. But it's like, I try to put
that. He's gonna remember that no matter when he gets older. That's gonna stick to him. It's gonna be like happens. He's gonna be like my dad, right? Because I've had conversations like that with my dad
when he gets to that experience. Yeah, I know, and that's my dad. My dad would. The thing with my dad, he put too much damn seeds in at once. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was just giving me mad. Like, if I could have took all the information my dad was giving me, this wouldn't be Homie Studios podcast. We'd be in the mansion, brother. Like, I'm telling you. But it was mad stuff. But in certain times in my life, it clicked, certain things I went through. And then I'm like, yeah, that's what he was talking about. Like, exactly what he was talking about. Like, to the T.
Right. How do you know that person was gonna be walking by when I had this discovery? What the fuck? Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, son. You're just gonna be sitting there one day. This person gonna walk right by you wearing a white shirt, green shoes.
Right. I also try to think back to when I was a kid, though, and I moved a lot in my life. Like I was on some nomadic kid growing up, so like. That helps me remember ages that I be realizing other people don't remember as vividly. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just remember being certain ages, like my son's age and where my mom was at that time. Like if somebody was telling me like, oh, it's racism and this, like, I was like, you're the racist to think that, like, like in my mind, like, so I'm like, you're making it exist with those thoughts. Like that was where my mind was at, you know what I'm saying? But like, as I grew older, because it had never hit me. I had been all kind of people and nobody ever treated me away, like, you know what I'm saying? But when you're a kid, you could be a black kid, they look at you like a black kid, yo. When you get to that 16, 15, starting to look whatever age, that's when it happened for me, because I was short, 14. It was when I was 16, you know what I'm saying? I got my little growth spurt, what's that fuzz right there, boy? They started treating me like, I was like, and then when I
wasn't prepared for all of this. Yeah. Yeah. But, let's move along though here, man, because we got a lot more to bring to you here at Homie Studios. You feel me? Yo, this is kind of a crazy story here. We got a black Tampa police officer was fired for calling someone the N-word, even though we've used that word on this podcast several times already.
Not the way he said it.
Not the way he said it, though. Like, okay, so obviously you hear black man fired for using the N-word. First thing that, a black person would take that is, how y'all gonna fire him for saying something that, it's ours or something along those lines, right? But Chase, tell us more about what actually happened in this scenario.
Bro, I it's not something to laugh at. It's not something to laugh at, but I so want to like have a Dave Chappelle skit about this stuff.
Facts. I would love for Dave to find this story. Oh man,
bro, what? So basically, he was a cop for a high school, and
he ain't even a real cop.
He is.
Oh, okay.
But he was caught on camera, like on his body camera that he has, referencing some kids, and he was like, look I don't want to say it in the context in which he said it. So
right. That's why I had to say it when I said it at the beginning.
So he was like, look at those ghetto ninjas. Ninjas. No, he said ghetto ninjas.
Like how he said it back in the day.
Yeah. So he pretty much they pretty much found him on body cam, found out on body cam, and he also let his supervisor know that wasn't the first time that's happened. So he told on himself. But again, in totality, we have a high school cop that got fired for saying the N-word, and the way you use it, look at those ghetto ninjas.
Wait, so but also the second,
you know why?
So hold on, Peach. Let me because there's another piece to this, right? Because he did tell his whoever his authority above him was, he did let him know that he said it again when he did an arrest when he was arresting a black man. And he says, I got caught on body cameras saying the N-word while I was performing the arrest. Like, yo, fam, we already expect that from some of these white officers. You can't be the one that's out here doing it to us also, bro.
Oh, no. That's why I like that they put this one in today, because I think that a lot of our homies, even at home watching us and us on the pod, have experienced a black officer like this at least once in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and
I know you got
to be honest, I'm more scared of that one. I'm more scared of that one than the racist white one. I expect it. I know it's coming. That sneak attack
Jason
shit,
Whitlocks of the world.
It's a nigga.
Yeah, the Jason Whitlocks.
When that one get me, son,
Peach,
I'm scared of them, son. They be wanting to make an example out of you, like.
But Peach, tell the story of that time when you encountered.
I do got the story for this. I do got this. Oh man, this is a tough story too. All right, so man, this is back in the college days, my partying Peach. You feel me? Back when I was drinking and stuff, bro. One time, bro, I was like across the street from my house, but I was super drunk, and like my best friend was at my house or whatever, you know? And I called him like, yo, come get me, son. Well, probably said I need to go to the store, you know what I'm saying? Come get me, whatever. So he come, and I was with my homies, and we had been drunk, like probably making mad noise, all kind of stuff, but like before he got there, you know, like he came and it was a calm down, you know what I'm saying? Like he brought the vibe to calm that shit down, like whatever. He came, he chilled for a second. Then a few minutes after he was there, the cops came, and the cops like, oh, who's in this house? Everybody that don't live here, get out and go home, whatever. So, you know, me and him like, all right, we was leaving anyway, nigga, like we out, you know what I'm saying? So then on our way down the steps, there was another cop, you know, and it was a white cop at the door that told us to go home or whatever. So we got down the steps, and it was a black cop, like a 6'5", 235. I didn't make it to the NFL, and I'm still mad about it, looking ass black cop, right? I can't fit my uniform. You know what I'm saying? And if any of the homies in the Ville here, they probably see him. He used to be in front of the clubs a lot. But
he clapped his shirt or rip.
Yo, the whole thing. But yo, he like, where you think you're going? Like whatever. I was like, we going home. The cop told us to go home. You know what I'm saying? We doing what the cop say. He's like, oh, you get over here and you talk to me. And then my friend who I was with, he hired though. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't relax. Like, and he like, fuck you mean the nigga told me and you know, it was over right there. As soon as that dude that felt disrespected, that wanted to be this empowering asshole for no reason in that moment, when we was already like confused, dipping, we was going home, you know what I'm saying? We was gonna walk. We wasn't about to get in the car either. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he and this is in a like college living neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? This is not even like in some you don't expect this to be going on type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so next thing I know, he's like, wrestling my man's. Like, literally, my man's smaller than me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this dude didn't make it to the league. Like, I know that. Right. And yo, I'm talking about boom, boom, like body slams, like unnecessary shit. I'm like, he not resist. And then the next thing, the other cop comes downstairs, right? He sees what's going on, right? And then he like walks past it and starts to push me back. He's like, you don't want to be over there. You don't. I'm like, you just gonna turn your back and let him do that? Like, what he resisting from? Like, why is he doing? Like, he can't do nothing. And then he's just like, you just don't want to be involved in this. I just suggest you just keep stepping back. I'm like, that's the fucked up shit. You the fucked up cop that's gonna just let this happen. And he's macing this nigga. This nigga's beat down, right? And he's macing him and all kind of stuff. Like, I'm like, I never could believe this in my life, right? Another homeboy at the top of the step tried to record it. This how crazy it was. And then like I seen him recording it, and I'm thinking, oh, he just got his dang, I forgot the name I was going to reference moment right now. Rodney King moment. I was like, but he was drinking with me, and this dude didn't have like the filming or whatever like mistake you make when you go trying to think you're recording something and you wasn't recording. You know what I'm saying? But yo, it was just crazy when it's that, and it ended up being such bullcrap that like, you know, he got arrested and all this stuff, and they went to court. The police report was like made up bullshit that nobody verified. The cop was supposed to show up to court to talk, like didn't show up, you know, they dismissed the case, whatever, you know. And we are not people who like go to like internal affairs to report shit like that. So like he just goes on and lives like normal, you know, because it's like we don't even got time sometimes or the resources to do what we need to do to even, you know, attack those situations correctly. So they take advantage of that.
Or even know that you can, you know, continue to fight it after something like that. They just, sometimes we don't even have the knowledge of that.
Yeah. It's just crazy, bro. Like this story from the Tampa police officer just ties in so much to what we kind of experience. Well, you know, the story that you told there, you know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy. That's a crazy ass story. Thanks for sharing that story though, Peach. You know what I'm saying?
Peach. I appreciate you, bro, for sharing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about that time.
I ain't gonna lie, that one was in the vault till you just reminded me.
I know. I just remember that story. But I would say it's time. But you know, your boy got the brand new Homie Studios.
Yeah, I think I'm hitting them up this weekend, bro.
Hey, it's time for me though.
I don't know, bro. The beer getting warm.
Yeah,
you dig me? Let's slide over to that bit though. Yeah.
What time is it?
Time for barbershop talk.
What?
Baby. Y'all know the fucking vibes, man, huh? Hey,
I ain't gonna lie, he been on the tangent. He been going. Since you left, he been on it,
bro. That boy.
You might have missed like the best one ever last week.
Yeah, I think last week, last Friday, boy.
Oh, he went,
bro.
Yeah,
he would have still been going.
hey, dang it.
Right now,
he's still going. Right now.
I ain't put the hookah holes down in time, so now I'm seeing stars and shit. But it's all good.
Little specks, sparkly specks.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, hey man, what y'all thought about All-Star Weekend, man?
Boy,
bruh.
Let's start out with a 3-point competition,
bruh.
Oh, SC, bro, your boy beat my boy. Jason Tatum beat LeVine.
Tatum. I should have thought about it.
Dang, he made it to the final round. Okay.
But
look, I wasn't even.
He a better 3-point shooter.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing about it.
I watched that 3-point contest and I had to hit up ST on FaceTime. That's how bad it was. I was like, first of all, but like everybody to me came out hot. I was like, oh, they shooting. Tatum with 25, like 27. I'm like, oh, Curry didn't even get to go yet. And then past this how he lost. Like niggas came out so hot he didn't get, you know what I'm saying? His first round wasn't that. Curry was on a mission this year, brother. That boy Curry came out. Oh, y'all was doing good. All right. First round, 31. Let's go. And then to win it on a clutch.
On the last
the
ball?
only thing he could have did better if he turned around and shimmied on that one. If he did his turnaround on that shot,
man, I wish he would.
that would have been the most epic. That would have been the most epic.
Bro, the stat for that though is so
he did
damn
do
crazy.
One in the game though.
Yeah, he did.
The stat for that is so crazy though that he's 2 of 7 in the 3-point contest. How?
Yeah,
Joe Harris won one of
them. That, but it's because of that. Because because they always change the format every damn other year. They change the format of it, you know, so you can't take advantage of a format. And
this one was dope though. This one was dope.
Yeah,
this one was dope with the Mountain Dew spots and all that. It was
and then the money slot. You had straight money slot, like all the balls was 2.
Oh, they had that. They brought that in before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you could put your rack wherever you wanted. They brought that in before. I remember that because I thought that was hot when it came out.
Yeah, that's dope.
That money ball rack is where it's at, bro.
Yeah, because in the back in the day, it used to always be the last rack.
It was I thoroughly enjoyed All-Star Weekend, bro. Like you get to the dunk contest. The dunk contest wasn't as great to me this year. It was good, but it wasn't great. Y'all coming from there?
I'm 100% because I went back and watched that Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon one. Ooh, when he caught that bit off the dude and spun and blew like dude.
Y'all,
you know what it is?
The right person won?
In my opinion,
the
dunk contest died down because it's not people that be like so good in the area of their game that they could focus on that. Like these dudes be training so hard to do so much. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't be having time to be practicing those kind of dunks. You know, because if you watch the professional dunkers that I used to follow on Snapchat or whatever. Bro, the kind of dunks that people can do now is crazy as hell. But the NBA players just don't practice that shit. They practice so much fundamental. We need tennis ball bouncing, Steve Nash training. You know what I'm saying? Like we not.
Bro, so they need to invite. I think they need to invite
injury to practice a backflip dunk. They do because the ones that I've seen,
they need to provide. They didn't invite professional dunkers in there to compete with the NBA players. Then. Because I think if they did that, I guarantee you, like some people would.
They do
participate.
I think this year might have been the transition because that dude who dunked first, he never played an NBA game yet, and he was in the dunk contest. I mean, he was in the G League, but still, you know what I'm saying? That's different. You know what I'm saying?
And they should have gave him way more points than that. That was
they tried him.
Dunk. Yeah, they
did
on the first dunk.
Yeah. That was way better than Tobin Dunk, and Tobin Dunk was dope. But it wasn't.
Y'all think the right person won?
Yeah, just because he had the most creativity.
His creativity, because they dunks are all boring to me.
Yeah,
all of
thing. When he grabbed, bro, he showed his.
I will give Obi Toppin.
Yeah,
Obi Toppin dunk.
Obi was from
the reason why. Yo, when he did that, the bounce between the legs. That's hard.
Mm-hmm. That was hard.
Yeah, but Zach LaVine did that from the free throw line.
But he a different body type. I'm giving him
Zach LaVine ain't in this dunk contest, right?
I'm just saying he did it through the legs from the free throw line. Like you got to do something that nobody ain't seen before. Like what he did from the side was dope. Like do something like I don't know. You got to be more creative. Tobin should have been more creative.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I don't know. That first dunk was pretty creative, bro. That nobody ain't did that like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially his kind of size. The kiss the rim dunk. That was creative, son. And he got mad hops because his forehead above rim, like If he would have been like a little less shy right there and got a little closer, it would have been more epic. But I give him that because he was reaching for it. Like he looked like he could have got it, but he was scared to like bust his shit. You know what I mean?
Right. I ain't trying to bust my shit right here. You know
all of that, bro. Kenny Smith is like, I would have got a mouthpiece on and I would have just kissed it. Like, yeah, right, Kenny.
Okay, Kenny.
That might have been the idea though.
Nah,
but
bro,
you know them OGs, they was tough. He broke his teeth for that dunk. If that's what they was doing.
It came out the rest of the season with the broke teeth. You know what I mean? We ain't even worried about getting these damn dentures thrown in. You know what I'm saying?
Still ain't miss a game.
Yo, you know it'd be hot though if a nigga kind of like go past it and kiss it, but then come around backwards.
That would be tough.
And slant. That
would be tough. That would be tough.
Like also, a 360 joint, like kiss it in 360 backward. Bro, that'd be cool.
Also, maybe he didn't kiss it because everybody else in their mama's hands have been on this damn rim, and COVID is in these streets. You know,
nah.
He socially distant kissed that bitch and then yammed on that.
That was a social distance kiss the room.
Yo, but the All-Star game.
I don't like his. Oh my bad.
The All-Star game, bro.
Bro, that bit was clean.
That was fire.
It was fire.
It would have been better if Kevin Durant was there.
It was fire because they looked like they was having fun and they was being competitive. Like,
kind of to what you saying, the Shades, when you say if Embiid was there, like I think Team LeBron got a boost by not having Ben Simmons non-shooting ass out there on the court.
For real. But Ben Simmons would have just been dunking or whatever like that. But Ben Simmons then Devin Booker over Ben Simmons any day. Like, come on.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Absolutely.
Like, come on. Devin Booker should have been there. So
I like
Booker ain't gonna play no defense.
But Zion missed like 5 dunks in the first quarter. Had me disappointed.
Disappointed. That was not a good
Zion
first
looked like a fat
game.
boy. He looked like a fat boy in that first quarter. That boy was getting them dunks.
He was
trying for some nice ones though. That's the thing.
I think I'm gonna give it to Zion. You know what I'm saying? I think he was.
I mean, they was forcing it.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the moment kind of got to him. You can
I think they was forcing it. Some of them was tough. Like they was trying him like he could grab that bitch from back there and get it.
Yeah, they were.
He ain't some that
of them type. Some of them oops was a little bit sketchy, dog. Some of them oops was sketchy, dog.
Yeah.
Kyrie was setting up Zach LaVine, bro. They trying to get him to hit the rim, bro.
I would want to play with. Joker gotta be a fun dude, bro. Just watching him play basketball, when
he wanted to
at his own pace.
No, bro, he wanted who was it? He wanted Giannis to throw it off the backboard and give him an alley-oop, and then he went to the
Giannis just dunked it. He was like
right, exactly.
But he looked like he was having fun. And then somebody did throw him a oop, but it was like a bad one. And he like laid it up. And he was like, still got mine. I still got mine. Like,
I still got my points. You know,
bro. What about the shooting though, bro?
Shooting was crazy,
bro.
Yo,
that was special.
Having Dame and Steph on the same squad.
Dame, first off,
was the downfall
when Dame was on the bench. They went to the camera. Me and ST was talking. They went to the camera with Dame, and Dame was like, "Just let me at him. Let me at him." He was trying. I was like, "The mouth some shots." My man hit like, 2 half courts.
Having Dame and Steph on the same squad was the downfall for Team Durant. Like, because if they went out there and was like, all right, you do whatever you can do, I can do better.
KD can't even shoot like that, bro.
I'll pull up from 40. I'll pull up from 40. Okay, I'll pull up from 40. What's up? I'll pull up from half court. Bitch, I'll pull up from half court.
And how Dame do it is so effortless. It's like his regular 3-point.
Dame took his first practice shot was that like half court one. He missed it. Next time, Curry was like, "Oh, all right." Took a little step forward. I was like, oh my goodness, bro. If they played on the same team, if they played on the Olympic team, oh my God.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's over. Bro, with Clay and Clay coming back?
The blowout.
And bring Joe Harris. I want Joe Harris on that team too.
Joe Harris be out here shooting.
He's at 51%
from somewhere.
He's at 51%
from somewhere.
Yeah,
51% from 3 right now, bro. Give me him.
He said he probably from somewhere. Joe, standard ass name Joe Harris.
He looked like me, like he could be from somewhere. He got a standard name.
Man, Joe Harris been out here hooping with the brothers his whole life, dog. You know what it is. He just don't have the I've been hanging around brothers my whole life haircut.
Yo. But Giannis MVP though?
Giannis though.
Yes.
I respect
Absolutely.
That.
Absolutely.
16 for 16.
You looking at me like what?
Even though they gave him one, he missed the shot.
Bro,
he missed the shot. That's why the NBA be looking rigged. Y'all ain't see when he missed it and they called it like he turned over. He missed the fucking shot.
Did he though? What that stat sheet say?
He thought he was gonna get a foul. That's why.
Exactly. There you go, bro. 16 to 17.
But I give it to him.
16 to 17.
But even then,
16 to 16 wouldn't matter.
So who you thought should have been MVP over him?
Steph or Dame?
Huh?
Steph or Dame.
He had more points.
I don't care. Look at what they were doing, bro. That was history being made. Like they was making history. Like we seen everything that Giannis did.
Bro, he made history. He went 16 for 16. When the last time somebody shot 100,
this man want to talk about history.
Man, them 2 bank shots, man. If you don't give me that, he ain't called glass.
He doubled the record that was there. It was 8 for 8.
Glass.
Somebody had
made the threes.
He ain't called glass.
He ain't gotta call glass. It's Giannis.
Like
you ain't even think he was gonna pull up and
like he meant to do. This man said like he hold on. Wait, that man said like he meant to do that. What you think a shot attempt is, fam?
He ain't mean to get no bank shot.
Over here is like, how you gonna hate on 100% shooting?
He ain't mean to get no bank shot.
First off, if you're a big man and on your team currently is Dame Lillard and Steph Curry, you're allowed to shoot off the bank. All right. Because they're going to switch all you need. Because some of Steph shots look like it ain't even touched the net.
The net.
I'm gonna give you that. You got a point there.
Yo,
6'11".
Swish enough for the whole team. Y'all can do whatever.
Mm-hmm. Bruh, they was, but all of them was out there balling so much. They ain't even play LeBron a lot. I think LeBron played like that first quarter.
Too much no more.
Like
LeBron won that rest. Yeah, he ain't playing the second half.
He's like, I didn't come out here to play no full ass game. You better let these young boys go out here.
I don't think they'll play till next Friday.
I don't know if Chris Paul get the record. I know like after the first half, he was like 4 assists away from beating Magic for the most assists in All-Star games.
I feel like I would have heard about it
because I don't think he might get another one. I know he had to be close, and I don't know how many more he got, but I did see some people blow some assists they tried to get. But quick ninja, y'all ever heard of Top Shot?
I've heard of it, but I don't know.
You know how people collect trading cards or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Top Shot is like something that like it's like a video moment, maybe on a hologram or something. I don't know exactly how it's presented, but it's like a hologram thing of the video of a highlight. And these things are so mega expensive, like thousands, 100,000, like for moments, you know what I'm saying, of a replay in that. And then that's why, like during the game, if you'd have heard it, when when LeBron made that crazy save, weird pass to Curry, like damn near at half court, and he wet that shot, they was like, how much do you think that would go for on Top Shot? Because it's like maybe a bidding thing. And it is tight though, but it's like for some balling ass rich niggas, like balling.
That's kind of a fucking dope though. Like
that's dope.
That you have some like hologram of a highlight on your table. I know, but shit will be fire.
Like whose pockets is they out here trying to rape? That's all I want to know, because I it ain't finna be mine.
It's like a highlight from a special camera that they got in there, I guess too.
Yo, well, another big thing that came out of All-Star Weekend, and we spoke on this on Friday, Saturday, whatever damn day that shit drops. Blake's on with the damn Nets, man. What the hell, man? What the hell, man?
Guess what? And he accepted the role that we said he should take.
What the hell, man? Ryan, what the hell, man?
What you think about that? Because we talked about it.
I mean, the rich get richer. You know, I mean, I think that it could definitely work because that's really what they miss. They kind of miss a scoring, big. I mean, I think they said John Claxton, even though in the few games that he played, he was their best scoring big and he barely cracked double digits. I think Blake will definitely step in and facilitate and play well at that role. He's not the same.
He can still hit.
He don't have to be the same Blake. He don't have to be Lob City Blake. And that's quite all right. They don't need that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a perfect fit. But I think Blake, just about to any of the suitors that actually wanted Blake, would have been a perfect fit. But I'm just saying, like, I think that they are better. Now they're better suited to combat the Lakers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's now you got somebody that can bang with AD. You know what I'm saying? And that is long.
Blake could be like a Iggy.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That kind of just bully you. You know what I'm saying? Almost in a way. Just with his just sheer size and strength. So, because I mean, as tall as AD is, he's still linky. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody can face the Nets if they all the way healthy now.
Nah, it's a wrap. Now, officially, it's a wrap.
Bro, if they throw their whole roster at you right now, healthy, you can't take that, bro. I'm a Lakers fan, bro. My team not ready for that right now. We needed somebody like Blake. Shit.
How you feeling about the rumor that Lakers is looking at Andre Drummond?
You know that we looking at it for shit exactly like that. That exact move is leading to shit like that. We need to combat that. We can't beat them on or off paper right now if they're fully healthy. Not healthy, I know we got them. But if they got KD and Harden and Kyrie and Blake and Jordan and Joe and
Dinwiddie's coming back.
Dinwiddie. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they got all of this going on, bro, what you gonna do? You know how much rotations that is? You know how many lineups they can make out of that we just said?
And old boy balling right now.
You know how much mismatches that causes?
Jeff Green?
Yeah.
He a good player. He been a good player.
And the boy number 1, Brown, he be putting up 10, 12 points. He had a 15-point game the other day.
Oh, Bruce Brown?
You
swag.
Oh, for real? Hey, that boy be playing, bro. He played defense and offense.
He ain't gonna get no playoff minutes. You know how that be.
No, he won't.
No, for sure. He's a good rotational player. You know what I'm saying? That he's showing you in the regular season.
I know, but the good rotational players don't be getting in the playoffs, bro. I just feel like
my dog needs to be on my dog need to be on the squad where he can actually get more time to shine, because the Nets ain't gonna be the squad, bro.
Get your ring and bounce.
Exactly. Hey, yo, but let's slide over to this this NFL talk, dog.
Woo!
Cause man, that boy out here
Let me hear that.
That man
Let me hear that.
The motherfucking bag, you dig?
One more time. Now you gotta do that. What?
Dak Prescott. Gotta do another one just for the signing bonus.
Dak Prescott signs record-setting contract with the Cowboys. 4-year, $160 million. $75 million the first year. $66 million signing bonus.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Right.
I said he was going where?
You said he was going.
Shut up.
You said you was going to the Steelers, huh?
Nah.
Yo,
not no more.
They gave Dak the bag.
I didn't think they was gonna pay him, bro. The way they was acting.
Me neither. That's how they was acting. I don't know. Bro. I feel like if they would have paid him earlier, it wouldn't have to be so much.
And now you're paying them fresh off a broke ass leg.
Way too much.
And now you paying them fresh off a broke ass leg. Like, it's stupid. It don't make no damn sense.
In a bad cap year.
Bro, I just pray
that shit affect their cap. They can't make no moves. If he getting all that money this year, they can't make no moves.
73 mil first year?
75.
75? Bro, what's the cap? Like 170 something? They haven't solidified it yet.
It's supposed to be lower.
But I mean,
it hasn't got solidified, but it's supposed to be lower. It might be out now since the free agency stuff.
Like, honestly, bro, like they messed up. They messed this up. So, like, it's obviously for Dak, great deal. Like, great deal. But they messed themselves up so bad. You are paying him $75 million in year one. You could you couldn't have made this a worse situation, because now $75 million in year one is going to be all coming off of how am I going to recover and bounce back from that disgusting ass injury we saw? What was it, week 3 last year? Week 3, bruh. But I ain't mad at it at all, because shout out to Dak, bruh. Get your coins, my dude. You know what I'm saying?
Get that, man. I got a side question followed by a ninja take when y'all done.
So they basically saying that it's about 100, like the salary cap shouldn't exceed about 183 mil this season.
They paying Zeke, and I know Amari getting 20.
Oh my god!
And then Zeke, what, 10, 15, or 50?
Like,
they paid him a lot of money up front, so the back end shouldn't be so bad for Zeke.
If this doesn't work out, this could definitely end up being another.
This could be detrimental to
Atlanta Falcons,
because they're not going to have a
situation. Because you
can't pay Vander Esch. Vander Esch gone.
Right.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Like, bro.
Or at least they got Lawrence and they got Jalen Smith.
They signed Jalen? I want to make sure they signed.
They signed Jalen.
Okay.
So Vander Esch gone though.
Absolutely. You can't.
Yeah.
There's no way. I don't see how that, unless the salary cap goes up again, but still.
Right.
Or you trade Amari. I'll probably
right.
trade Amari and keep Gallup and
So the side question from this, that's a lot.
Yeah, I know.
The side question from this is, does this affect Lamar bag? Is Lamar going to get a big bag based on this kind of thing? Because Lamar kind of in a similar category to me, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So Lamar got to look something similar to this, right?
But Lamar going to get more because he got an MVP.
Yep. Yeah, no. Lamar's contract finna be stupid.
Yeah.
It ain't finna be Mahomes-ish, but it's gonna be stupid regardless.
It's gonna be right there.
True.
Even with the playoff losses.
And then the ninja real quick, because I forgot to put this up pre-pod. But we got some franchise tags that went down today.
Mm-hmm.
So Jaguars, got a rep for the home squad. Jaguars, they franchise tag Cam Robinson.
Yep.
They're gonna put the tag on Cam. And Urban had a questioning today too, like a lot of information he was asked questions about, but he also said he expects Cam to be his left tackle for a long time. So that tell me they trying to make a long-term contract. He might not play under that tag. But they said this puts him in a bad situation, because if they would have got a long-term deal before, they think they could have got him for like 8-ish a year, 8 to 10, you know what I'm saying? But if he get a franchise tag for 15, you know what I'm saying? Why I'm going to sign a long-term right now? I'm going to sign that franchise tag and we're going to figure this out next year. You know what I'm saying? I might be worth more. But it's also a gamble, because if you have a bad year, then you're in a bad situation.
Yep. Yeah. When the player
his
has
numbers is not going to be right.
Godwin. Godwin also got franchise tags.
I said he was going where?
What?
Simmons. Simmons.
I said Godwin was going where?
Where did you say he was going?
Yeah.
I just said he was going. I don't even remember where I said he was going to.
Yeah, I thought he was staying because 15 milli, and then he said he'll stay on the tag. So they already talked about it. Look like.
What's the other one you got, Peach? Simmons, you said. Peach, are you there? Peach,
I was trying to find it. No, yeah. It was a couple people. I was just trying to find a list, and I seen a weird story, and I don't know if it's real. But damn, who else? I had this in my head earlier. So a couple of people got franchise tagged today. A couple of people got released. Like Dunlap got released. The Jets, that's the one I needed to. The Jets franchise May.
Marcus.
So we keeping that safety.
That's Florida boy, right?
And
he's not happy about it.
Florida boy, of course he's not happy about it, but we had to. Yeah. He gonna be happy when we get this team together, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's a good year for the J teams in the league.
Yeah, I got a feeling that I think it's pretty much a done deal that Juju's gonna be a Jet. I think we can pretty much, especially if they keep Sam. That's what they're gonna do.
If y'all keep Sam, what are y'all doing at number 2?
Honestly, I would rather sign Juju and still end up trading at number 2 for the time. But if we have to pick at number 2,
you going what's that lineman from Oregon?
Penei Sewell.
I
don't know, bro. Honestly, I think that somebody's going right now, as far as because the Jaguars are pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows what y'all going. The Jaguars.
The draft starts with y'all. The draft starts with y'all.
So, to be honest, the Jets are in the best draft position
ever.
We can do whatever. We hold all the cards at this point.
Honestly,
everybody right now they're saying that Zach Wilson's draft stock has soared. They was he's the clear cut number 2. And crazily, I don't agree with this, but I did hear there were some actual analysts that were Zach Wilson is the best quarterback in this draft, and it's not even close. And I'm
shut up.
Whoa, is it crack?
Shut up.
Is it meth?
Shut up. Just shut your mouth.
Is it PCP?
Just shut up.
What is it, my friend? But
smoke rocks.
Gotta be red balls. So give me wings. So I think that the fact that his stock is soaring, that's gonna help us. If we don't decide to take if we take a quarterback in the draft, it's definitely gonna be Zach Wilson. I don't really see us going.
Yo, who y'all need to get though? And before anybody say anything, just think about it. Who y'all need to get is Kyle Pitts.
I already knew he was going in there.
Y'all need Kyle. Because if you pick up Juju and you get Kyle, what you mean? If you had 2,
we ain't got nobody to throw.
Well,
you don't think they're gonna keep Sam in there?
Yeah, I still want Justin Fields. I still want
Sam can't throw.
Wilson. Wilson the Blake Bortles of this draft, and we better not pick that nigga, bro. We better not. He is Blake AF, bro. We better not, bro.
Because if you pick him over Mac Jones and Kyle Trask, you're gonna suffer.
If we pick him, pick Zach Wilson, bro, with that pick, bro,
and Trey Lance,
I'm definitely a Jaguars fan. I am definitely not wearing no Jets paraphernalia. Nah, bro, it's not happening, bro. Because I could see it. The stuff that people are saying, I could see it. Everything.
At least he throws spirals though.
He doesn't throw. Well, the thing is, what was crazy is Blake threw spirals in college.
True. It was the cocaine. The cocaine accessories.
It was the cocaine. You know what I mean? Man. Yo, Shades.
Allegedly.
Shades. It's smoke or fire time, dog.
Ooh.
I ain't got no fancy graphic or sound bite.
There's
there we go. That worked perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy G to the Patriots reunion. Smoke or fire?
I'm going fire. Fire flame. Yo got fire.
You got flame.
Yo got flame.
I'm actually in agreement with Germ on this one. On account of Belichick never wanted to get rid of him. I remember that.
Exactly. So I think there's fire.
He was like, "Oh, y'all don't want him? Oh, I'll take him back."
I think they're gonna end up trading with the Jets for something. I think Salah's relationship there is gonna make a trade happen where Sam end up going there, and we either get something gonna happen where we get some more draft capital and end up trading for Deshaun by getting rid of Sam. So definitely fire.
Because if something don't happen before draft night, something happening on draft night.
That's facts. Oh, draft night. Down. This draft night is going to be one of the most interesting draft nights.
Y'all think a quarterback, y'all think a quarterback could get traded on draft night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can we?
Yeah.
It's going to be a long-ass pod.
Yes.
You know how long the first round be?
3 hours.
All right.
Hey, let's get it. We're gonna have to have the draft. It cannot be on screen. Like I can't have it on the screen here, so y'all gonna have to have a way to watch it yourselves. And P's, you're gonna have to have a way of not spoiling that shit 30 seconds in advance.
Nah,
I'm gonna say I think we all agree on this one though, man.
We gonna all watch it on whatever delay we at.
Facts.
Like I did last time when I paused it.
Or what I could do. We're gonna find out how to make that work. But yeah, we're gonna do that. That's definitely happening. But OBJ to the Bucks, smoke or fire?
Go on me again.
Smoke.
Okay.
Unless it's the only way it's not smoke now is if they could get him at some like no cost type shit. Like what was that? And that's not happening, I don't think.
No.
I mean, only reason it's smoke is because OBJ and Tom Brady friends, you know what I mean? And Tom Brady I think Tom Brady threw it out there, you know.
But with them franchising Godwin and their team situation,
I'll trade Mike Evans
about to be free agent. You'll be tripping.
What?
You'll be tripping. You already got an OBJ on your team. What you would trade?
Who? Oh, Antonio Brown?
Yeah.
That's not what I'm looking at. AB. Yeah, what you mean? I don't need OBJ if I already got him. I need Mike Evans for what he do in the red zone. OBJ don't give me that.
I know. That's what you got Gronk and Chris Godwin for. And again, OJ Howard back.
Yeah, but Gronk, they looking for Gronk every time. And Godwin, he's not the one who be getting it in there. That's Evans' territory. Evans will get it 3 times in a row in the red zone.
With Evans gone, you don't think Chris Godwin can step up?
That's why they don't want Evans gone.
I wouldn't trade for OBJ. I wouldn't trade for OBJ, Mike Evans for OBJ. Why? Because I know my team's chemistry with the current receivers that I currently have. You give me a receiving core with OBJ and Antonio Brown, and I'm supposed to have a peaceful locker room at some point. At some point, you got to start thinking about the chemistry of the team.
You winning though?
That's right there. But the chemistry wasn't great last year with Mike Evans and the whole year. I mean, at the end it got better. But
yes, at the end it got better because
it's not the
Brady's
potential
first
of
year there.
OBJ blow up.
Yeah, OBJ, Antonio Brown. That is, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you can't do that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I ain't either though.
But like you said, they got better as the year went on. Yeah, that's Brady's first year there. Now we're going into year 2.
No, it wasn't even Brady. It wasn't Brady. It was Mike Evans tripping because he wasn't getting targets.
But I ain't gonna lie.
Understood.
If OBJ and AB play together.
Understood, but it still goes to the fact that
they'll probably be best friends.
They had to learn how to play. He had to learn how to play with Brady just as much as Brady had to learn how to play with him. So the targets that's going to be expected. You feel me?
They're gonna get better. I know that they're gonna look better this year for sure.
Hey, Peach, I'm just saying,
look more crisp.
I'm just saying, on paper,
no, I was just about
I'm way more scared of OBJ, AB, Chris Godwin, Gronk versus Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, AB. Like OBJ.
See, not me.
Fully healthy AB with Chris Godwin is like, bro, you can't. I mean, you already can't single up, but
you gotta put some respect on Evans' name, bro. You gotta look at his numbers.
No, Marshawn Lattimore shut him down all 3 games last year.
Bro, Marshawn Lattimore shut down a lot of people, bro.
But would he shut down AB and OBJ?
Yes.
He can shut down 2.
He can shut down those. That's what he does.
I don't think he'll shut down
shut
OBJ.
down those kind of people.
I don't think he'll
I'm not saying at the same time. I'm just saying I
don't think he'll shut down OBJ though. Not with Tom Brady.
See what I'm saying? Like, what's his name? Norman used to shut down OBJ sometimes. What you saying? He better than Norman. He ain't better than Josh Norman. You taking Lattimore all day.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody got their little bro, especially in division rivalries. You can't give me that.
OBJ didn't catch touchdowns on Norman, bro.
So you're only basing this off one season because he
just said like Norman shut down OBJ.
No. But what you're saying is, or you say this is what you did.
I didn't say he for his career.
OBJ never caught on Norman. Of course, he's caught on Norman. We could probably go back, not this past season before. We could see Mike Evans catching on Lattimore because it ain't like they ain't played because they division rivals.
Yeah,
that's I'm gonna go check that out.
That's just like D-Hop. That's just like D-Hop and Jalen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know they got their fights right there, bro. That's that Brandon Marshall and Revis I always bring up.
I feel you. Mike Evans is a dominant receiver, but he's not like, I'll take a healthy.
He also wasn't healthy this year too, bro. He also wasn't healthy all year. I feel you,
but he's just like, he's a one-dimensional type receiver to me. He's not like somebody that can do everything.
No, but he's the one dimension that they need.
Hold on. You bugging right now. All you got to do is go pull up the tape.
He's not one-dimensional, but the man. No, I understand what he's saying in a way.
All the Jameis work when he had Jameis as his quarterback. You can go look and see that this man is not one dimensional. That's you bugging on that one.
It's not. I
can't agree there.
I don't think he's one dimensional, but he's only need that only one dimension from him with the way the team's set up now. So that's all you're gonna see them use him as because they don't need him to do what he was doing when they didn't have Tom Brady and Godwin and Gronk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that one dimension he's so elite at, using his body, getting in those, like, that's what I'm telling you. When you look at his career red zone numbers and stuff like that, it's nasty, All
right, so last
disrespecting,
this be hating on
this man ain't even been in the league long enough for you to put his name up there.
I'll put AJ Brown and DK.
My man AJ Brown got 2 years.
Jefferson.
Both of them got 2 years.
Give me Justin Jefferson.
He might be a great.
Anyway, we got one last one here for y'all real quick. Deshaun Watson trade to the Cardinals for Kyler and 2 additional first-round picks. Smoke or fire?
That's smoke.
Correct.
What y'all think? It's about to be Houston West. I mean, Deshaun would love. Deshaun that's fire because he would love to be throwing the
D-Hop again.
To what you call it again? To Newt.
Yep. But the reason I even brought it up is because he had a Oakland A's hat at a basketball game.
Here goes Shades falling for all the dang wardrobe again. You know what I'm saying?
Just saying.
Nah, bro. At first I didn't know that he has the same exact agent as Jalen. We've seen this play before. That he making the Jalen play, But Jalen's just a little different. If y'all seen Jalen even had an interview the other day where he like basically spoke on how Watson's feeling right now. He's like, my man's feeling mad disrespected. He really was getting into it too. He was like, when they gave that man that bag, they told that man he was gonna be a part of this, a part of this franchise, a part of the decision. So when you disrespect that, you feel betrayed, like da da da. He's like, he ain't never gonna play in the Houston uniform again. That's how serious I think he is. Like that, I was like, oh, and they got the same agent, so it's probably like the agent said to say these things, whether it be for that or for them to just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He went out though. He really went out.
That's a bold ass prediction. I until I see it, that ain't nothing but smoke. That ain't nothing but smoke.
I think that trade is smoke, but I think Watson going somewhere is fire.
Oh no, that's absolutely fire. No.
Yeah. I think that trade is smoke for sure.
But my thing is, I thought JJ Watt to the Cardinals would be smoke too. That wound up being fire.
Not when you saw the number. Nobody else was giving him that money. I'm telling you.
Nah, it was multiple teams. He had multiple offers.
Not that money. The money was the difference. Nobody else offered him that much. That was in the first report I seen when he signed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying not proven, but Ian Rappaport and da type people were saying that. Yeah, that was the biggest bag offer.
Yeah. Okay, went for the bad then. Okay.
Yeah. Well, y'all seen Coming to America 2?
No,
not yet.
Seen it.
I ain't seen it yet.
I heard mixed reviews on it. Any of y'all seen it?
I know Shays was ready to was playing. You played it like right after the pod on Friday, didn't you?
Yeah.
So did you like it?
Yeah, it was dope. It was different though, you know what I'm saying? Because the way that they
I got mixed reviews on it.
I thought it was dope, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna be Coming to America 1. So I'm not expecting it to be Coming to America 1. That's very hard to do. So I wasn't putting that burden on them like everybody else is doing. So especially because I learned to do that with Friday. Like I didn't like of course, like the original Friday is the best one to me, but then next Friday and then the Friday after next is super dope too, though. Like you can argue either one of them. So so
that's one of the best sequels, they say.
Yeah. But I would say, I definitely want to watch it again just so I can pick up on a lot of other things I learned about through the interviews and stuff like that. Because I think it's different once you watch it again. But
they also say they had like everybody from the original one in that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that's 30 years. That's crazy.
That is crazy, bro. Like I haven't seen it yet. But from what I have heard of it, like obviously black don't crack because a lot of them people 30 years later, they ain't aged too much, bro. You know what I'm saying? From even from what I've seen in like previews, they ain't aged too much. You know what I mean? Having, other comedians in this one also, not even comedians, but just actors as well. Like, I do want to get my eyes on this one here so I can actually, give y'all my thorough opinion on this. But me personally, I think you can't go into this movie trying to make it be the last movie. Like you're instantly setting the expectation without going into a damn movie open-minded. Like I don't like to be going to things like already having a preconception on what it should be. Like, no. Like that's how I looked at like all of the Fast movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, not all of them were going to be good, but I can't always just, even though they kind of tie in together some as loosely as shit. You know what I mean? But
yeah. I think when I saw it too. I don't think it was like horrible. I just kind of thought like for me, it was kind of predictable. You know what I'm saying? Like it, like after you know, the first couple of scenes, I pretty much understood, like, okay, I can pretty much see where this is going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pretty much knew, like, well before halfway through the movie, like, what direction everything was going, which is why I was just kind of like, okay, I'm just waiting to see this next part. All right. So, like, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it could have just been.
They were safe with it.
Yeah, it was extremely safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't.
I did get that vibe.
Well, they also can't be coming up. They also can't come out here with some of the stuff they said in that first one. In this world that we live in currently, you know what I'm saying? Times have changed, bro. Like, a lot of this stuff they can't get away with without cancel culture wanting to come up and, you know,
destroy everything.
Yeah.
But let me give you some insight of what was going on with that movie. The Zamunda estate was actually Rick Ross's house that he owns in Georgia, and he actually owns the biggest property in Georgia. It used to be Evander Holyfield's house, and it went on foreclosure for like $14 million, and then they put it up for sale for like $7 million, and then I think it's reported that Rick Ross bought it for like $5 million something. You know, he has this one story. He has this one story where he hold on, let me read exactly what he says. I had these. Hold on. He said, "Yeah, I actually had a film that was filmed at my estate, and I threw a number out there. I said, this is a huge production. This shouldn't be that much. Hey, I understand what you guys need. That's 2.5 M's. Yeah, 2.5 million. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that's it." And then Ross adds, "Oh yeah, they moved a little slow, and oh man, we tapped out at 2.7 million." Just to go a little bit further, so people understand why the film was why they filmed it there. It has 109 rooms, 12 bath. Hold on. 12. There's 109 rooms, 12 bedrooms, 21 bathrooms, and a dining room that can host 100 guests.
So it makes perfect sense for the riches of the for them to be there. Okay, I got you. Okay.
The estate includes 135 seat theater, $350,000 gallon pool, or 350,000 gallon pool, a bowling alley, and a boxing gym. Yeah.
I wouldn't leave my house.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of movies being filmed there.
Bruh, 109 rooms?
109.
How the hell you got 109 rooms and only 12 of those is bedrooms?
He probably don't even live there, bro. He probably just using that mug to like just rent out. It's a rental.
That's crazy.
Yo, he bought Amari Stoudemire's house.
I know you said he bought it foreclosed. You know how much he paid for that, the Georgia estate?
5, or they said it went on there for 7.5. But I read another story that he bought it for 5.8 or something like that.
Either way, like, guess off this movie and his next thing that's gonna be there, he already almost made back how much he paid for that.
Yeah, that's just the stories that he told. What he didn't. What about what he didn't say?
Guess off those.
Yeah.
Right. And on top of that, you cop it at 5.8. You got so much instant equity in that fucking house, dog. Like insta equity.
Instant.
Oh my God. I need to make these moves.
Yes.
Moral of the story. Damn it. I'm getting sick and tired of this shit. Making these minor moves, these minor moves that gonna help me build to make some big moves, but damn, I need to make the big moves. Patience is a virtue though. Y'all boys got any shout outs before we get up out of here?
Shout out to the homies for holding the pod down. Shout out to all the other homies around the world that tune in. Shout out to everybody's families being safe. You know what I'm saying? Keeping yourselves and your family safe in these crazy times. And just blessings and well wishes for the rest of everybody's week.
Facts. What you got, Shades?
Shout outs to everybody, man. Shout outs to everybody in their fam. I would say treasure the people that you love around you. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the small things. Shout outs to the fams around the world, like Ryan and Don said. And man, just shout outs to everybody out there, like all the people out there that don't make a lot of money. That's the backbone of this nation. That the teachers, the social workers, the people that are volunteering, giving their time to raise the next generation. Shout outs to ST. Shout outs to you, man, for being on the cabinet that we're going to do this weekend on Saturday. The CTF Clubhouse, where we're going to do like financial literacy, talk about relationships, health and wellness, talk about that with these kids, and teenagers and young adults. You know what I mean? So shout outs to everybody out there trying to make a difference, doing their thing. Keep God first, family second, everything else last. That's all I want to say.
Facts. Facts. What you got for us, Peach?
Shout out to the homies as always. Shout out to y'all boys, family. Just regular, everybody have a good week. Everybody be safe.
Yes, sir.
It's spring break. Y'all gotta stay safe out here. This when it started last year. Y'all gotta be careful.
For real, boy.
And people been partying. I've seen it.
Last year.
It's crazy. It's been a year, man. Shout out.
This was the biggest, outbreak time.
Yeah, absolutely. It really has. It was like that was the initial like big wave, huge wave because
the worst part is I think people have been more fiending to party and stuff than they was last year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Because they just came fresh off a party before they even went to the party last year. You know what I mean? Last year there was like, man, we partied last week. We're gonna party this weekend. They've been holding in this party for a year. They've been partying regardless. You know what I mean? They've been partying regardless. Shout out to the homies listening in. Shout out to episode 40. Shout out to Mike Allstott. We're gonna go ahead and call it for this one, you know what I mean? Number 40 in this thing, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, the Rhino.
And yeah, man, we getting close. We getting close to the end of season 2, man. You know what I'm saying?
Almost that time, bro.
It's almost that time, man. But until next time, it's been your boys at Homie Studios.
Yo.
Oh shit. Can't exit. Why is my screen frozen? Nah, we good. Holla at y'all. Yeah.